this is Yukino from Nashua. You are listening to WOOL FM 91.5 Bellows Falls.
Well, we've done it again, my fellow Woolies. We've managed to survive another 7 rotations of our small, warm, damp rock floating aimlessly out here in the cosmos.
Instruments were designed for people to use. You know, just a tool, another tool. The way an axe is a tool. An axe can be a tool to cut wood to build a house.
My name is Evan, and tonight I am pleased to welcome Miss Jenna Rice to the studios to play some live sets.
Hey there, it's great to be here.
Yeah.
People blame machines very often for the machine's fault. It'd be the machine's fault. We have to plug it in. The machine doesn't do anything. We sit there until we plug it in. It doesn't plug itself in. It doesn't program itself.
It's Flocking Friday here on Black Sheep Radio, community radio for the Southern Vermont and New Hampshire borderlands. Welcome, Jenna Rice. Welcome to the flock.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here with you.
Yeah, so excited to have you. Want to tell us a little bit about yourself? You're a local musician here, right?
Yeah, I live up in Wethersfield, Vermont. I grew up in Vermont, and I've been playing around here in the local area for, like 10 years, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a singer-songwriter. I like to liken myself to John Prine, although I don't know if maybe I'm flattering myself a little too much.
You are very John Prine. That's an apt comparison. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to mention your beautiful guitar here. I wish the folks at home could see it. Just tell us a little bit about what's going on here. That's a beautiful piece of machinery there.
Yeah, so I do wood burning artwork on guitars and other things as well, but this one that I'm playing has Mount Ascutney and some phases of the moon burned onto it and some bears and kind of all of my favorite things tied right into one. So this was a fun, I've done a lot of these guitars for friends and other people, but it was fun to put this all together with my favorite things for myself.
Very beautiful
Thank
guitar.
you.
That's very nice. If you want to follow along and learn a little bit about Jenna while we're hearing her live set, you can go to jennaricemusic.com to learn a little more.
That's me.
Yeah, you've got some songs prepared this afternoon. What are you going to start with here? You want to say something about this before we begin?
Yeah, I'm going to jump in with a song called Jericho. This is off of my most recent album, Salt and Strawberries.
And you've got 3 albums out, is that correct?
I do have 3 albums out, two full-length albums, and this most recent one's an EP, if we're going to get nitty-gritty about it.
Okay.
But yes. This song's called Jericho, and it's probably the closest to a love song you're ever going to get out of me.
Okay, Jericho, here we go.
Blowing smoke over Jericho, sitting on the roof. I was not afraid to die until the day that I met you. You find someone to love and then you've got something to lose. I guess that's enough to put the fear of God in you. I never would have thought I would have wanted you for mine. The way you're looking at me, we won't get much sleep tonight. Won't get much sleep tonight. Said I like my whiskey straight and I like my pizza cold. You won't make me a lady, so don't dare to be so bold. You kissed me in the driveway as I told you with a smile. Home was just a place to rest your eyes for a while.
Jenna Rice, live in studio, Jericho. Lovely song. That is a love song.
It's as much of one as you'll get out of me, that's for sure.
What's your process? Do you always write songs the same way, or is it different every time? Or?
I am usually a lyrics first person.
Yeah.
I started experimenting with writing music first kind of in the last year or so, just in the interest of getting myself out of the box, so to speak. But for the most part, I'm a very natural lyricist and maybe less so of a natural musician.
Okay.
So lyrics come easy, and then I have to figure out how to make them into music.
And do you like have time to write every day, or do you just write when you're inspired, or?
It really ebbs and flows for me. I'll go months without writing, and then I'll write a whole bunch of songs all at once. And I used to panic every time I'd have a dry patch, and I've learned with time that it comes back. It's not gone forever.
Nice. And I bet you got a few songs that have been falling around for years and years and years, right?
Oh, absolutely. Some unfinished little bits and bobs that'll just, maybe someday, but I can't figure out where they want to go.
Yeah. What do you got next for us? What's on the list here?
Yeah, next on my list, it's called Break Even. And this is a song that I haven't recorded this yet, but I'm really excited to be getting back into the studio this month. So. And
you're doing that where?
Over in near Squam Lake in New Hampshire, which it's a haul, but it's worth
Squam
it.
Lake?
Yeah. It's a nice drive, no complaints.
Which studio out there?
It's called Squam Sound, and Randy Roos is the engineer. He's incredible, really, really talented guy, professor at Berkeley, really knows what he's doing. Yeah, the real deal for sure.
Yeah, nice, nice.
Yeah.
Any more you want to say about the song before we begin here?
Yeah, this is it's a song. Actually, it's kind of a song about dying, but it's maybe putting a little bit of a more positive way of looking at it, I'd like to think.
Positive, yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Break Even.
Break Even.
Tell you one thing about this life, you can't hang on, don't even try. It'll take you for a ride if you hold on too tight. I've drove a fast car across the desert, topped it out at 135, and it took a lot of trying, but I made your mom my wife. 'Cause when the curtain rolls and you know it's time for leaving, call it a life well lived if you manage to break even. I won't pretend it's all been easy, but the bad times fade so fast, disappear into the rear view until all that's left are laughs. I've stood on top of Mount Ascutney, screamed and cried into the night, held in my arms a newborn baby. After that, the world was right. So when the curtain rolls and you know it's time for leaving, call it a life well lived if you manage to break even. 55's too young to die, but I've lived one hell of a life. Promise me that you won't cry when you tuck yourself in at night. So when the curtain rolls and you know it's time for leaving, call it a life well lived if you manage to break even. Time has come and soon I will be leaving, but don't you cry, I've more than broke even.
It's Flocking Friday here on Black Sheep Radio. We're lucky to have Jenna Rice live in studio playing some tunes. Now, you are also an author, correct?
It's true. I'm a cookbook author.
A specialty author, even. That's fun.
Yeah.
What inspired you to make a cookbook?
So my day job is I'm actually a food photographer. And
that's a fun job.
Yeah, no complaints really. It's not like a grown-up job, so it's a good fit for me. My sister happens to be a chef, and so the two of us collaborated and wrote this cookbook together. It's kind of a natural fit, the food photographer and the chef.
Sure, yeah. I'll bet there's some great pictures.
I would like to think so.
You get a favorite recipe out of the book?
Ooh, yes. I am quite partial to our maple bourbon creme brulee.
Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing.
Which, there are maple creme brulee recipes out there, but what sets this one apart is that we only use maple syrup and maple sugar, no refined sugar, so the maple flavor is all there.
Oh, far out.
Yeah.
Is it hard to get the crack on the top with the maple syrup or the maple sugar? Is that...
There is a trick and a secret to it, but you'll have to buy the book.
Oh, okay. What's the book called?
It's called the Vermont Farm to Table Cookbook.
Awesome.
Yeah. So all recipes that you can make with ingredients that are readily available here in Vermont.
I like that.
Yeah.
Excellent. And people can find that on the Amazon and all that.
Yeah, Amazon, Barnes and Noble, basically wherever, major book retailers, they have it.
And I get to go home with a copy today.
You do? Yes.
Yeah, because you have one with you. That's fabulous.
Yep.
Yum.
Yes.
What's the first recipe I should cook, do you think?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to do like a dinner, something for dinner?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, one of my favorites is it's a steak over sort of a cauliflower puree.
Okay.
So good for this time of year.
Yeah. Some cauliflower and steak.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
One of my favorites for sure.
Right on. What's next on your set list here?
Next, I have written down here is a song called Apartment 9A, which is also off my latest record.
Is this an apartment you used to live in, or a friend used to live in? Or is it a fictional apartment somewhere in the universe?
Well, my line, the party line, is it's fictitious.
Okay.
And I will go to my grave swearing that to be the truth. Yeah.
That's fun. All right, here we go.
All right. The moon is high and so am I, and I don't trust myself. I should have said goodbye, left the loose ends untied. Would have been just as well. I should have known better than to follow you upstairs. What good does knowing do? Left my boots by the door, my dress on the floor, my secrets with you. Just rise and fall back down again. The windows cracked open, the night's in slow motion, goldenrod air creeping in. Ooh. apartment 9A.
It's Flocking Friday here on Black Sheep Radio. If you're just joining us, we have Jenna Rice playing live music in the studio with her beautiful guitar. Such a nice machine. You 3 albums in now. Is there? Do you have music goals or anything like that you're hoping to achieve?
This is maybe an unpopular opinion, but I don't believe in goals.
Yeah, all right. I'm right there with you. Yeah.
Goals make me crazy. I am
Right.
I am a weird mix of type A and type B. So I'm type A enough to set goals and type B enough to blow them off, and then I go back to type A and I'm mad at other me for blowing them off. So we don't do goals.
Goals, schmoles. Yeah.
I do have some plans for recording though. I'm pretty excited to get back into the studio actually this month.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I'm just planning on putting out a couple of singles right now. No huge plans, but I'm excited about it.
You want to shout out to any collaborators out there who might be listening?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I already mentioned Randy Roos, the engineer, but also Jim Yeager, my producer. The 3 of us make a pretty good team.
Yeah,
so,
Jim Yeager.
Yeah,
Nice.
looking forward to getting back in the swing of things with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we had you here just out in the big room back in 2021, I think, on Stage 33 Live. Does that sound right?
Yeah, has it
2021?
been that long? Wow.
Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't feel like that long, does it?
Where does time go?
So if you want to see a few performances, you can go to the Stage 33 Live YouTube page, or just go to the regular webpage at stage33live.com and type in Jenna Rice. It'll come right up.
That's me.
Yeah. Yeah, excellent. What do you got next on the list for us?
Well, since we were talking about upcoming recordings, I may as well play the song that think I'm going to record next.
Ah, new song. Excellent. Yes.
Yeah, this is actually it's a song I've recorded. I have an acoustic version of it out on my acoustic album, Chapters Turn and Bridges Burn, but we're going to go back in and do the full band version because I
fun.
think this song deserves it.
There we go. All right.
Yeah. I could use a cup of coffee. My truck's begging for gasoline. But there's a moon on that horizon, and I got nowhere that I have to be. It's been a long day at the factory, doing so much of nothing. No one ever stops to ask me, how's it going, how you been? And I ain't got a lot to lose, but it's enough to keep me in my shoes. Sometimes I wanna light the flame, but other times I think it's all the same. Driving down this darkened main street, it's all that's left of my hometown. There's not much left of the place that raised me, just empty house after empty house, and my mind is just as empty, and my body feels at ease. 'Cause there's a moon on that horizon, and no one waiting up for me. And I ain't got a lot to lose, but it's enough to keep me in my shoes. Sometimes
Jenna Rice playing live songs here at the Wool FM studios. It's Flocking Friday on Black Sheep Radio. Got any local venues or open mics or anything like that you want to lift up?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
There are so many around here. My personal favorite is Skunk Hollow Tavern open mic on a Wednesday night. If you haven't been there, you got to if you're a musician or not, it's a really cool scene.
And that's every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Yep. Skunk Hollow in Heartland.
Heartland. Right. Heartland.
Yes.
Far out.
Yeah.
It's here for Heartland.
Absolutely.
That's not too far from here, right? That's just north of Wethersfield, right?
Yeah, it's only 15 minutes from where I live in Wethersfield, so
Nice.
it's probably 40 from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's life in Wethersfield, by the way? That's a beautiful place.
It is a beautiful place. It's peaceful. It's nice. Yeah, right at the base of Mount Escutney, no complaints.
Oh, yeah. What a beautiful view that is.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I hiked that trail from the bottom not too long ago. 5 hours it took me to get up and back.
It's a hike.
I was not prepared.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that.
It's pretty steep.
Totally worth it, though.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
not
beautiful.
too crowded.
That's right. Yeah, it's not too crowded.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good hike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We got, I think, time for one more before we take a break at the bottom of the hour. Something you want to say about this next song you got on the list?
Yeah, let's see. I'll play an older one for y'all. This is called Bottle Collection, and I wrote this a long time ago. I was in North Carolina. I had been traveling all day. I got off the plane. I got to the place where I was staying, and the song just kind of came together kind of out of nowhere. And when I finished writing it, I was in tears. And I don't know if that's, sometimes that's the mark of a good song. Sometimes that's the mark of you've been up since 2 a.m. flying to North Carolina. But either way, I decided to keep it. So you guys can decide.
I love it when it hits you like that.
Yeah.
What's it called again?
This is called Bottle Collection.
Bottle Collection.
Johnny left this morning to fight overseas. I knew I'd never see him again. Even if someday he made it back to me, left pieces of his broken heart in Afghanistan. He's gone, never coming back again. Gone, if he makes it back, it's only half of him. Johnny came back home to me today. Wanted so bad to be okay. But every night he'd sit down and drain that bottle, fill it back up with his sorrows. He put a cork in it and bottle it away. Every dime he had he'd used to pay. To add one more bottle to his collection, every time he swore it would be the last one. It's gone, never coming back again. Gone, if he makes it back, it's only half of him. Johnny tried so hard to get himself on track. 12 steps forward, but just one step back. Nothing lasts forever when it's being torn apart. For Johnny, there was no cure for his broken heart. He's gone, never coming back again.
Boy, yeah. That's a tough subject.
It is,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so many people lose so much
Yeah.
at war. Yeah, that's rough. Wow. Touching song. Yeah, thanks for thinking of people who, give so much.
Yeah, I think it's touched everybody's life at least a little bit, and
Yeah.
some people's life a lot.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. We're going to take a quick break here. The Vermonter is pulling into the station down there at the Amtrak station, which means it's time for some local area happenings. We'll be right back with Jenna Rice, but in the meantime, here are some local area happenings. Join Zara Bodie's Little Big Band for an evening of classical American swing music at the Brattleboro Music Center tonight at 7 p.m. Drawing inspiration from artists like Duke Ellington and Ella Fitzgerald, the band features Zara Bodie on vocals, known for her work with the Sweetback Sisters, and a horn section led by clarinetist and arranger Anna Patton. Other members include Ty Gibbons on upright bass, Alton Lathrop on guitar, Roy Kelly on saxophone, and Stefan Amadon on drums. The Brattleboro Music Center is located at 72 Blanche Moisey Way in Brattleboro, Vermont. Tickets are $20 in advance, $25 at the door, and are available on the Brattleboro Music Center website at bmcvt.org, or you can call them at 802-257-4523, or email them at info@bmcvt.org. Also tonight, Next Stage Arts is honored to present Cambodian artist Arn Chorn Pond for Coming Home, a journey of healing through music beginning at 7:30 p.m. at Next Stage Arts in Putney, Vermont. Arn Chorn Pond, genocide survivor, human rights leader, and founder of Cambodian Living Arts, returns to Putney for a moving evening of story, music, and reflection. Through personal storytelling, slides, video, and live flute performance, Arn shares his extraordinary journey from surviving the Khmer Rouge as a child soldier to finding refuge in the United States to returning home to preserve and revitalize Cambodia's cultural traditions. The evening will culminate with a live musical performance and an open audience question and answers session. A resident of Putney, Arn co-founded Cambodian Living Arts with local entrepreneur and philanthropist John Burt, who will be honored at this event along with Billy Strauss as part of Next Stage 15th anniversary celebration. Next Stage Arts can be found at 15 Kimball Hill Road in Putney, Vermont. For more information, go to nextstagearts.org. And happening in just about a half an hour at the Rockingham Free Public Library here in beautiful downtown Bellows Falls, Vermont. Located at 65 Westminster Street, scholar, writer, and performer Andrew Engel, podcaster and filmmaker Gail Golick, and other special guests shine a light on three couples in Vermont history who model resilience, civic engagement, and social connection. Their legacies inspire ways to envision LGBTQ+ aging and caregiving in the future, supported in part by the Vermont Humanities, the state affiliate of the National Endowment for the Humanities, and with fiscal sponsorship from Valley Village, a nonprofit organization committed to providing affordable housing and supportive services to residents who want to age in place with others. This presentation will be followed by a reception and a dance party at Chow Popolo, which is located just down the street here at 36 The Square. For more information, go to rockinghamlibrary.org. Looking out to tomorrow from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m., you can celebrate Vermont's official state vegetable at the annual Gillfeather Turnip Festival in Wardsboro, Vermont, home of the legendary Gillfeather turnip. Since 2001, the entire town has come together to honor this famous local tuber with a day of food, music, crafts, local vendors, and community fun. Explore the marketplace tents, town hall, and library to discover all that's happening throughout the day. For more information, you can go to gillfeatherturnip.org. Get ready for a frightfully fun evening at Spookfest in Trunk or Treat tomorrow at the Putney Place, located at 27 Patel Way in Putney, Vermont. The Trunk or Treat runs from 4:30 to 5:30 with decorated trunks, costumes, and plenty of candy for all. Before and after, a full lineup of Halloween fun, including a spooky walk from 3 to 5 p.m., a haunted walk from 5 to 7 p.m., plus face painting, bounce houses, vendors, and more. Admission is $5 per person with a maximum of $20 per family. To join the fun as a trunk participant, please email kya@putneyplace.com. That's kya@putneyplace.com to sign up. Twin Falls Training Center is also excited to host its third annual Trunk or Treat tomorrow from 4:30 till 7:30. This free family event promises an evening of community fun and candy and activities for all ages with decorated trunks, costumes, games, crafts, and local food vendors. Kids can enjoy the Bounce House, sponsored by Thomas and Hall 802 Builders, and capture festive memories at the photo booth. Don't miss the costume contest with prizes for Best Family Costume and Best Trunk. Families can also try out the gym during special open gym sessions, a perfect chance for kids to explore, tumble, climb. The events for different age groups are as follows. For ages 5 and under, that'll be 4:30 till 5:30. Ages 6 through 13 will be 5:30 to 6:30, and a family session will take place from 6:30 till 7:30 p.m. The Twins Fall Training Center is located at 9 Spencer Drive in Bellows Falls. For more information and open gym tickets, which are available at a discount online through today, go to twinfallsgym.com. Tomorrow from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at Main Street Arts, you can learn the art and history of Abnaki basket making in a hands-on workshop with Linda Longtoe Sheenan. Participants will practice introductory twining techniques and create their own small cotton basket, all while building community and exploring traditional craft. Please pack a lunch and materials will be provided. Main Street Arts is located at 35 Main Street in Saxtons River, Vermont. For more information, you can visit mainstreetarts.org. And finally, in my hometown of Chester, Vermont, they will be holding its annual Trunk or Treat Festival at Cobley Field from 4:30 till 8 o'clock. Enjoy decorative trunks, costumes, and plenty of treats, plus delicious caramel apples, chowder chili, and hot or cold drinks available for purchase from the On a Roll food truck. Cobley Field can be found at 137 Cobley Street in Chester, Vermont. And finally, according to a recent press release by the Vermont Department of Fish and Wildlife, it's Bat Week. The onset of fall sends Vermont's bats into motion, which makes it an important time for conservation-minded Vermonters to learn about and help conserve our 9 native bat species. If you have noticed bats roosting in your attic, barn, or office over the summer, fall, and spring are the perfect time to safely evict these uninvited guests from your property. Bats migrate between winter and summer roosts during the fall and spring and do not have vulnerable young at these times. You can learn how to safely evict bats from your building at the Vermont Fish and Wildlife Department's Best Management Practices page. You can also help bat conservation efforts by reporting large colonies of bats living in structures to the department's website. Locations with rare colonies of endangered little brown bats are eligible for free bat houses from the Fish and Wildlife Department. Through this successful program, 135 free bat houses have been placed since 2014, with over half already occupied by 1,500 endangered bats. Bat houses provide an alternative location for safely evicted bats to remain in your yard and continue eating huge quantities of insects that may be forest, agricultural, or human pests. Variety is important, so placing at least 2 bat houses with variable solar exposure to help bats find the right temperature ranges throughout the summer helps bats raise their young successfully. Information on successful bat house design and placement can be found on the Vermont Fish and Wildlife website. Bat houses can be put up any time of year and do require some simple maintenance. Late fall or winter is the time to look up inside your bat house and make sure all the bats have left before cleaning out any abandoned wasp nests and planning any needed caulking or repainting. Fall also means Halloween and scary images of bats, but this presents an opportunity to bring positive attention to bats as well, said Vermont Fish and Wildlife small mammals biologist Alyssa Bennett. We celebrate Bat Week in the days leading up to Halloween. Bat Week takes place October 24th through the 31st and aims to raise awareness about the vital ecological functions of bats and to dispel the myths and misinformation about them. Anyone interested in learning more can visit the official Bat Week website, which is batweek.org, or email alyssa.bennett@vermont.gov for more information about what they can do right here in Vermont to promote bat conservation. Vermont is home to several species of threatened and endangered bats that they are working on to conserve and recover, and they hope that all Vermonters will support these efforts. Bats are a very important part of our natural world, and now more than ever, they need our help. So yeah, go to batweek.org to learn more. Quick look at the forecast here. Looks like we got partly cloudy skies for the next 4 days or so. Lows around 36 tonight, 32 tomorrow night, and 31 Sunday and Monday, with highs in the lower 50s. And finally, maybe some rain coming by Wednesday. Looks like maybe we've been going to be moving into a pattern that's a little wetter, and we could really use the rain. Just a reminder out there, anybody listening, that the drought is not over. We're still about a foot under where we're supposed to be for groundwater, so please conserve your water. And if your well runs dry, both the states of New Hampshire and Vermont want to hear about it. So go ahead and look up, where do I report my well going dry? And they'll lead you right to the webpage. It's Flocking Friday here on Black Sheep Radio, and we're so lucky to have Jenna Rice here live in studio playing some live tunes.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. You want to say something about this song before we begin?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with a song called Strawberry Moon next.
Oh, yeah.
This is off of my most recent EP, Salt and Strawberries, and it's just kind of a song about June and summer and all of those really vivid summer feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What says summer more than salt and strawberries, right?
Right? Yeah. Days last forever when June comes around, wrapped up together with the sun going down, just like the lightning bugs glow in the night, the same way a moth is drawn towards the light. Thunder and lightning, the dusk always holds. It's the sound of the warm air making love to the cold. When the sun rises like glass on the lake, that's when you're sure
Miss Jenna Rice live in studio here on It's Flocking Friday from her EP Salt and Strawberries. Strawberry Moon. That is so summery, yeah. So summery. Hey, you got a couple gigs coming up in the local area. Looks like tomorrow you're going to be at the Reading Greenhouse Craft Fair. That sounds exciting.
Yeah, that's right. Reading Greenhouse in Reading, Vermont. It's their annual sort of makers market craft fair. Yeah. So the event goes from I think 10 to 4, and it's local artisans and makers with their products for sale, and they have live music all day. Yeah. I am going on right at 10, so first thing in the morning because I'm also selling cookbooks there. So I gotta get my set out of the way before it gets too busy. Is the hope. Fingers crossed. We'll see how that works.
There we go. Yeah, so if you're looking for her cookbook, that's a great place to go find it. Fabulous. And then White River Junction, River Roost Brewing on the 13th.
Yeah, November 13th. That's a Thursday from 5 to 7. River Roost Brewing in White River. It's a fun place if you haven't been.
I haven't been there yet.
Tap room. They make all their beers right there. Nice. And just a really chill vibe. Cool scene. They've got a patio during the summer.
I love White River. That's a nice little town.
It is. It's great. Absolutely.
I go to the Main Street Museum up there sometimes.
Nice.
For shows and
really
stuff.
Cool place.
Yeah, very cool place. Yep. Indeed. Yeah. We got a few more songs left in your set here before we run out of time. What would you like to do next?
I think I'm going to play a brand new song.
Brand new?
Yeah. This is called 28.
As like when I was 28?
Sort of.
Sort of?
I mean, I am 28 right now.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Of course, it's a brand new song, right?
But I don't think it's written from my perspective.
Interesting.
It's the fact that I'm 28 is a mere coincidence, and it's a nice rhymey number.
Okay.
So I think that's the only reason there. I don't know I've been writing a lot of songs from the perspective of I don't even know who, like made up people lately. I think I'm just, I'm bored of, I've told my story. I'm bored of that. So yeah, this is called 28.
All right. 28.
I have seen some things time cannot erase. I've earned every one of the lines on my face. What I've lost to gravity is the price I'm glad to pay for the tricks of the trade I've learned along the way. Well, I have played the fool and I have played the game. I have played my cards, reckless in your name. If I could do it over, I would do it just the same. I wouldn't fall for you, though that's the only thing I'd change. And I wish I could still see the way the silver moonlight kissed your face. Pictures don't do justice. If you know, you know, that's all I'll say. Time is really kind, and I realized I fell for you too late. 42 looks good on you, but I wish we could go back to 28. When I look back through time, I see myself naive. There's a kind of charm to a heart worn on a sleeve. Bridges burned and lessons learned and water turned to wine. Do it all again for what I learned along the line. And I wish I could still see the way the silver moonlight kissed your face. Pictures don't do justice. If you know, you know, that's all I'll say. Time is really kind, and I realized I fell for you too late. 42 looks good on you, but I wish we could go back to 28. I wish I could still see the way the silver moonlight kissed your face. Pictures don't do justice. If you know, you know, that's all I'll say. Time is real.
and Rice live in studio here on It's Fucking Friday. I'm not sure I'd want to go back to my 28. I was making lots of big mistakes when I was 28.
I'm still here, so I'll report back next time I'm on the show.
Yeah. Oh, fun stuff. Yeah. So what got you into playing music in the first place? Do you remember? Were you like in chorus or band in school or something like that, or?
No, I wasn't. I was really antisocial in school.
Okay, that's as most musicians can be.
Yeah,
right?
or I'm not sure that I was antisocial. Everyone else did not want to be social with me.
No.
But I'm here to say for all of you high school kids that you will grow past that and
Yes.
people will love you
Yeah,
someday.
there's a lot of life after high school. Yeah.
No, I wrote poetry for a long time before I started writing music. And I think in those high school years, there was a thing in my brain that I thought maybe the poetry would be cooler if it was music. Like,
Okay, that makes sense.
It didn't work,
Right.
but it was like, it was a hope. It was a pipe dream.
Yeah.
But I taught myself to play the guitar just so I could start putting my poems to music.
Yeah.
And I kind of found out I enjoy it more than just writing poetry because you have,
Yeah.
you know, the words, like I love words. I think words are cool.
Yep.
But music is cool too, and you get to have both, which
Right.
is really fun.
It's a whole nother dimension.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. And it's fun because, poetry and writing is sort of permanent, but music is so ephemeral. It just happens and then it's gone. And,
Yes.
if you don't record it, then it's just been there, and it's the next second it's not there anymore. And
Yeah, and you get to reinvent it every time you perform,
That's right.
which is an interesting,
Yeah.
for like performance art is interesting in that way that you get all
Right.
these do-overs, and you also
Yeah.
maybe mess it up in public, but then you get to do it over
Yeah.
or mess it up again.
And I'm sure you've got a few songs that have changed a bit over the years.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And the goal is not to be perfect.
That's right.
I have a sticky note above my desk and the same thing in my truck, and it says "Perfection is a crutch."
That's right.
Because nobody's
agree.
coming out here to see you do
Right.
something perfect. They're coming out here to see you make them feel something.
That's right.
And that's not supposed to be perfect.
That's right. And not being perfect is just part of the journey.
It really is.
You know?
And it's
Yeah.
a lot more interesting.
And I find sometimes when I make a mistake while I'm playing a piece of music, sometimes that's the most interesting part of the song, and I end up keeping it. And I'm like, I want to keep that. That was,
Absolutely. Yeah, I was lucky enough to be part of a workshop with Grace Potter.
Oh,
Vermont's
fun. Oh,
own.
Grace Potter, yeah.
Yeah. Earlier this summer, and something that she said that really stuck with me was, she said, like, what makes a really amazing performance is watching the performer sort of take something apart and mess it up and make mistakes and make it messy and then put it back together.
That's right.
So
That's
that
right.
really stuck with me.
Yeah, there's no wrong notes as long as you play the right note after. Right?
Yes.
You just keep playing notes until you play the right note.
Exactly. Yeah,
Fun
words
stuff.
to live by.
Fun stuff. Well, we've got about 8 minutes left here, so probably time for one or two more.
Yeah.
What would you like to do next?
Do you want to do, I brought in some recordings.
Oh, yeah,
from
we should
my
hear one
latest
from the
Let's do-
album.
Let's do one of those, yeah.
Yeah. So from Salt and Strawberries, right?
Yeah.
This one's called Sedona.
Sedona.
Anything you want to say about Sedona? Is this a place you've been, or?
I used to have friends there, but it's the song is not necessarily super Sedona focused.
Okay.
The listeners will find out.
Interesting. All right, so here we go.
Say Jesus loves a sinner. I guess that I do too. Somehow, in spite of it all, I keep on loving you. So blame it on the weather, blame it on the rain. Does it even matter when you need someone to blame? Now you only call me when it's raining in Sedona. When you need a fix, call it $1. I could loan
From the EP Salt and Strawberries, Jenna Rice. So nice to hear you accompanied by a big band. That's a great production, man. That album sounds great.
Thanks.
They're doing a great job there.
It's fun for me to hear it too. I don't get to hear them with a band that often. I usually play solo, so it's fun for me too.
Yeah, that's so much fun. And this is one of 3 albums you can find. And if you want to learn more about Jenna Rice, you can go to jennaricemusic.com, and there's links there to all the albums and the songs, and more information about her. So nice of you to join me on the show today, and I hope you will come back again when your next album is out that you're working on.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. It has been a pleasure. Thank you for having me on today.
Yeah, it's been so nice. You want to play us out with a song? You got something in mind here?
Yeah, this is called Summer of Me and You.
Join us next week and stick around for Democracy Now! It'll be coming up right after this.
July sun is on the rise as the morning starts to paint the skies. I tiptoe out the door before you can ask me why. You know I'd like to stay a while as I start the car with a smile. You and I could never be, that's what keeps us wild. Let's go blow smoke across the water, just like we always used to do. Watch the moon set over a bottle like the summer of me and you. Everything comes to an end. I still think of you now and then. Sometimes I smile, sometimes I cry about you, my old friend. Could wish it would all come back, but life it just don't work like that. Chapters turn and bridges burn. Some things aren't meant to last. Let's go blow smoke across the water, just like we always used to do. Watch the moon set over a bottle like the summer of me and you. Days have just been going by, and I haven't seen you in a while. Despite what I tell myself, it's not like I don't know why. I just got half a tank of gas and another week to make it last. I'll meet you by the lake.
You are listening to WOOL FM 91.5 in Bellows Falls.